Hello students, after doing the demand, our next topic is supply. Definition of supply. Supply is the willingness and ability of the producer to create goods and services to take them to the market. Supply is a positive related to price, given that at a higher price there is incentive to supply more, as a higher price may generate increased revenues and profit. In simple word, we can say that amount of the commodity offered for sale in the market at a given price and a given period of time is called the supply in commodity. Supply means quantity of the commodity that a firm are able and willing to offer for sale in the market in a given period of time and a given price. What are the various determinant of supply? The first is the price of the good. The second is the price of the resources used to produce the goods. Price of the related goods produced, expected future prices, and number of supplier and technologies. The first is the price of the goods. There is a direct relationship between the price of the commodity and its supply. Producer offer more quantity at a higher price and less quantity at a lower price. So price of the goods and supply has a direct relation with each other. The producer always willing to sell the goods which fetch the higher prices. Due to the higher price, they get the higher profit. The next is the price of the resources used to produce the goods, that is technology and factors of productions, etc. The cost of the factors of production, input, raw materials, labor, etc. An increase in the cost of factor of production lead to fall in the profit margin of the producer. As a result, supply also decreases. Therefore, there is an inverse relation between the cost of factor of production and supply of the goods. Technology. Advanced technology reduces the cost of production, leading to more profit and result supply increases. Price of the other related goods. An increase in the price of the other related goods lead to decrease in the supply of the goods concerned, since it is more profitable to produce the other goods. Therefore, there is an inverse relation between the price of the other related goods and supply of the concerned goods. Number of supplier. If the supplier are more, then the products are in large quantity, then the supply also affects. There is a direct relation with the supply and the supplier. Other factors are excise duty. This is taxation on production or manufacturing. To increase excise duty lead to increase in the cost of production, resulting in fall in the profit, and as a result the supply of the commodity also decreases. Therefore, there is an inverse relation between the excise duty and the supply of the commodity. Expected future price. If there is expectation of increase in the price of the goods in the future, then the supply may be more due to the increase in the price of the uh, future. Goal of the firm. Depending upon the goal of the firm, the supply may increase or decrease, like objective to maximum sale or control a certain percentage of the market share. Supply function. It is a it is a technical function which state relationship between supply of a commodity and its determinants. Here, function of supply function x is equal to function of px, pr, f, t, and o. where xx is the quantity supplied for good x, px is the price of the good, pr is the price of the related goods, t is for technology, and o is for other factors. The next is what is the supply curve and what is the supply schedule. Supply curve and supply schedules supply curve show relationship between the quantity supplied of a goods and service, and supply schedule lists the quantity supplied at each different price and each different price. This is the example of supply schedule. The prices are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and quantity supplied is 0, 3, 4, 5, 6. A table showing the quantity the producer desires to sell a number of alternate price is known as a supply schedule. It shows the amount of commodity that a particular firm would prefer to sell at different price in the market. At price 1, the company did not send even a single unit, but at price 2, he is ready to sell 3 units. At price 3, he is ready to sell 4, price 4, he is ready to sell 5, and price 5, he is ready to sell 6. It is clear from the above schedule that as the price increases, the quantity supply also increases. So there is a direct relation between the price and quantity supply in case of the supply schedule. Supply curve. A graphical representation of supply schedule is known as a supply curve. It shows the quantity offered for sale at each price. Supply curve is also two types, individual and market supply curve. Market supply curve is obtained through the horizontal summation of all the individual supply curves. From the previous schedule, you can draw this type of curve. Here point A at 0, here point 8 at 0, company at 1 rupee 1, company supplies 0 quantity. At point B, the company sells 6 units. At point C, company sells 8 units. At point D, company sells 10 units at price 4, and at point E, the company sells the 11 units at point 5. This curve goes upward from left to right. The curve shows that the company wants to sell more goods when the price is more. There are two types of market demand schedule and market demand curve. Individual demand curve and market demand curve. Individual supply schedules, it shows the amount of the commodity that particular firm would prefer to sell at different price in the market. And market demand schedules showing the quantity of the goods that all the firms in the market to sell at different price is known as a market schedule. Market supply can be obtained by adding the individual supply schedules. This is clarified with the example of here under. An above example, Ben and Jerry are the two consumers. The price of the ice cream is 0. Ben sells 0, Jerry sells 0, and market supply is also 0 cones. At $50, Ben sells zeros and Jerry also sells zeros, and market supply is 0. But at $1, the Ben supply 1, Jerry supply 0, and market supply that is 0, 1 plus 0 that is 1. At $1.50, Ben supplies 2, Jerry supplies 2, and market supply is 2 plus 2 that is 4. At point 2, Jerry supply 3, Ben supply 4, and the market schedule is 3 plus 4, 7. At 2.50, Ben supply 4, Jerry supply 6, and the market demand supply is 10. at point 3, Ben 5, Jerry 8, and market is 13. So it make it clear that the market supplies sum of supplies all the sellers. Now look at that graph. The Ben supply curve is start from point 50 and Jerry supply curve start from point rupee dollar 1, and market curve, that is summation of Ben and Jerry, that start from rupee 1 and it's also upward from left to right. Now next topic is law of supply. Other thing remaining the same, the higher the price of the goods, the greater is the quantity supplied. Lower the price of the goods, smaller is the quantity offered for sale. Law of supply state that other thing remains the same. Quantity of the commodity supplied varies directly with the price. It rises when price rises and fall when the price falls. Indicates the price of the commodity and supply in same direction. This means why supply curve is upward sloping. That is the reason why the supply curve is upward sloping. As you have shown from the previous slides, demand schedule and demand curve, as the price increases, the as the price increases, the supply increases. So there is a direct relation between them. Reason for operation of law of supply. Now the question arises, why the law of supply operate and why does a supply curve slope upward? To answer these questions, we may analyze the quantity supplied increase with the rise in the price and why decrease with the fall in the price. The first reason is reason for increase in the quantity supplied with the rise in the price. The reason is seller become ready to offer more goods from their old stocks. Producer increase their production in view of higher profit possibilities. New firm enter into the market visualizing higher profit, which in turn increase the supply. The reason of decrease in the quantity supplied with the fall in price. Seller keeps the position of their goods in stock by withdrawing it from the market. Producer reduce their output in view of lower profit possibilities. As a result of loss, some incompetent firms may exit the market and close down their production. There are some assumptions in this law, that is, no change in the price of the other goods, no change in the price of the factor of production, no change in the production technology, no change in the goal of the producer, and other factor tax subsidy also remains the same. That means all the factors we considered for determinants, all the determinants remains the same in the supply function. Movement along the supply curve. Other thing being equal, if the quantity supplied increase or decrease due to rise or fall in the commodity alone, it is movement along the supply curve or change in the quantity supplied. In this, we move along the supply curve either upward or downward. Upward movement along the supply curve is expansion, more quantity supplied at higher price, while the downward movement is contraction, that is less quantity supply at lower price. Expansion in supply, increase in the price of the commodity as shown in the figure. The price, when prices increases from P to P1, the quantity demanded also increases from Q to Q1. This is called the extension in supply. And in case of contraction, the price of the commodities come down when it's come down from as the price come down from P1 to P, the quantity demanded also come down for Q1 to Q. This is called contraction in demand as shown in the arrow downward. Next is a shift in the supply curve or change in supply. If more or less quantity of the goods is supplied at every alternate price due to change in the other factors than the price of the commodity concerned, this is the shift in the supply curve or change in the supply. In this situation, supply curve itself shift either to right or to the left. Indicates the rightward shift supply curve indicate increase in supply, while the leftward indicates decrease in supply. As shown in the figure, price remains the same when the supply curve shift from S1 to S2. The quantity demanded increases from Q1 to Q2. The supply curve will shift. There is a change in non-price factor which affects. This is the extension in demand. As in other illustrations, inward shift the market curve means that producer cannot supply as much as each level when the price remains the same, and supply curve shift from S1 to S3. This is a decrease in the supply and producer cannot supply at that price. Shift of the causes for the shift of the supply curve: change in the cost of production, change in the technology, government taxes and subsidies regulation, change in the climates, natural calamities such as coffee, and change in the price of the substitutes, and change in the number of competitors. These are the some factors which affect the supply curve. Some important points you must remember: movement along the supply curve is caused by a change in price. A shift in the supply curve is caused by anything that affects supply except price. An outward shift of the supply curve is called increase in supply. An inward shift of the supply curve is called decrease in supply. An upward movement along the supply curve is called extension of supply. And downward shift along the supply curve is called contraction in supply. Some important questions. Thank you.